Hello, can y'all hear me? Okay, sweet. Yeah, hey everyone. So firstly, let me split my screen so I can actually like read everybody's comments while I'm doing this. And let me share. Okay, awesome. All right. Thanks everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm a bit of hassle, a bit of hassle moving around. So I'm not at my quickest right now. All right. Yeah. Can y'all see Trinity? What am I sharing right now? I think y'all can. Okay, sweet. All right. So yeah, I know market doesn't open for a little bit. Been trying to start these a little earlier, just to go through some levels. We can do some of that. So we can pull up what happened with futures. Obviously, we had CPI today, so I actually don't know what that looked like. Let me see. Yeah, let me go check futures. Let's just do that. See if we get any levels off of this. All right, so CPI looks like they printed a pretty scam wick. Yeah, so anyone that was doing like some of these CPI full port strategies, you just got cooked, most likely. And then we have, okay, but from overnight, it was 6 p.m. Okay, we have a huge push overall, right? Like 300 points overnight. So big gap up. And then we're having this situation where NQ has this level up here towards 30K. Huge psychological level. We have this previous rejection from that level. So NQ is a lot closer to double topping than ES. ES is still actually quite distant. So if price pushes any further, there's going to be a very big divergence there. So that's one thing to look out for. Either NQ double top or ES double top a bit later on. We are the team that doesn't get cooked. Yeah, that's the hope, Jojo. Uh-oh. Pumping. I'm afraid to answer that one. All right. All right, that's about it. Like, I think on the downside, you can maybe look for a retest of this level here. So NQ is rejected down off this level. Shoot. Give me a second here. Sorry. NQ is rejected off this level like 6 times. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 6, 7 times. And then, so if we potentially retest it from the upside, then we can get a push upwards in terms of like more, if you're looking for more of a pullback and then a further bounce up. ES level's less clean, but there's one down here-ish. If this would let me just draw it where I want. Yeah, so we had a couple bounces off this level and then rejection back down. Let's see if we can flip this back to the upside. So that's about it there. Let me see. Any individual tickers people have on the watch list that we can look through? Oh, and also probably once market opens, I'm going to flip to a Trinity view, not Atlas. Thanks, Jojo. Do you think you should have Asia and London on your Trinity charts? Do I think you should have Asia and London? Not really. Well, I mean, when you do extended hours on SPY or QQQ, those don't really show all the overnight movement. So it's not really. Or do you mean like the levels? So like you mean, I know they just added that, right? With the, how do you get to this? Sorry, I haven't actually messed with this, but the session levels, like I would recommend, holy, okay, these are really big. So I usually like to mark out Asia, London, high lows. These just end up being labels. Okay, we need to get a way to get these labels on hover. Wait, let me message the developer real quick. Sorry, y'all. Going back and forth. For session levels. So IB30, so I don't use the initial balance, but I use the overnight levels, previous day, high, low, and close. I don't care about the close, but the high, low is good. Then opens, I don't care about these either. Swing, I don't even know what's swing. What is this? Yeah, swing, I'm gonna ignore pre-market. Pre-market. No, overnight levels usually more valid than pre-market. What is this? Asia window. So Asia, I wanted 22. Hopefully this is Eastern. So I typically do 8 p.m. to midnight, and then I do London. Yeah, these defaults are way wrong. I'll have to message developer about this one too. All right. All right, so there's quite a few levels, but whatever. Anyways, all right, let me, oh shoot, people. Can I comment about Trinity now? I mean, I can, like it is, SPX very rainbow, QQQ looks like it's 679. We're gapping up though, so like I would expect huge reshuffles on these heat maps. The resistance also weak close, okay. AP, yeah, Asian London levels, I track them all the time. I don't always track them individually, like sometimes I just combine them and just use overnight high and low. Do levels auto update? They should, yeah. I mean, Con, do you mean heat map levels or the overnight levels, or what are you talking about there? You have SMCI. Should you sell at open? I mean, if it's in profit, I'm going to lean towards saying, yeah, you should trim. Yeah, we got this push overnight. Wait. Yeah, why wouldn't you trim? If you don't have runners, you don't have runners. That's fine, but that's a big push on SMCI. So I would definitely be trimming that. Or if anyone has like CoreWeave or anything like that. Put short option. I thought I did, right? I wanted like not, I want the on hover, like the dark pool where you can just hover over. That's way better. Cowan, again, we're gapping up on the market once it opens, so I'm not really looking at 769. I assume it'll change a lot. What were your times for Asia? I do Asia 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern, and then London I do 3 to 6 a.m. I think. Maybe it's 2 to 5. I'd have to double check what I have on TradingView. Nah, AP, you're all good. Just keep asking. Can I pull up my settings? Or which ones? For the session levels? I have to double check if it's 3 to 6 or 2 to 5. I actually don't remember. And I don't know if this is based on London or Europe. Oh, no, it's based on London. All right. Trying to get all the... Is there a way to maximize my screen? I wish there's a way that I could just look at the chat, because I don't really need my own screen. Oh, I can. I'm just dumb. Okay. Yeah. Any other? Yesterday you bought 28 calls. Wait, what? You bought 772 calls. 1 DT at 192 is down to 134. Now it's about 3.8. Nice, Colin. Yeah, I mean, definitely trim off of that. I don't know. Is that a question or a statement? I'm not sure what you want me to say there. Oh, this is a bug. Wait, let me send this in to the developers. All right. Yeah, we'll see how market goes. ZYN, DM me that. I can't add it right now, but I'll add if you DM it once market closes. Okay. All right, let me just open another one here to look at individuals. What is this new menu? What? The shortcuts? What? I think this is a new switch. Oh, the top banner is gone. Actually, it's kind of nice. Save some space. All right, Intel above 100. Above 100 to 105. I mean, 100 is a big psych level. Support held the support a couple times last week, rejected off of it. Yeah, we'll see. Right now, it's a very weak level though, but it seems like if 99 keeps growing, then you can maybe look for a retest of 99, unless 100 starts to pop a lot of volume. But yeah, I don't. If we're able to form some of those floors, retest them, then Intel could be good, pushing higher. Did the oh holy shoot? Yeah, that might be gone. Yeah, you're not allowed to change your colors anymore. What the heck? This one? No. This one? Oh, it's here. You gotta click on your profile picture in bottom left. EP. Then you can do the dark light. Meta, please. Yeah. Yeah, so again, Meta looks like we have a reverse rug pull 600, 602. It's gapped, well, it's not gapped up, but it's up at 601, so it's like right in this reverse rug pull. So Meta could look pretty solid, actually. If we retest 600, play like a further bounce. Honestly, if Meta starts running, the entry for Meta would have been yesterday. Like yesterday at close, we're dipping right into 600 into that reverse rug pull. We just got delivered from this king node, but maybe we can still expect a reaction here. So Meta best entry was likely yesterday, if I'm honest. MU and Hood. Okay, market opens in a few minutes here. I mean, MU gapped up. Did MU have earnings? MU just gapped up to 906. There's no point analyzing that. You have to wait for the map to reshuffle. The move's already gone, you know? Hood. Hood. All right, so Hood gapped up a bit. Looks like it's tested this level up here, 95.5 a bunch of times. So maybe if we break retest there, get a further push upwards. Sleep schedule. No, I'm in Europe right now. So actually I was up at 4 a.m., but it was 9, 10 a.m. for me. 10 a.m. at that moment. Can you see my orb settings? Yeah, I have a video on my YouTube about this, but here, if you want to screenshot it, it's right here. Yeah, so I'm not going to analyze anything that gapped up, right? Like there's no point analyzing CoreWeave because the map I'm looking at before market opens is just not going to be relevant, right? We have to wait for everything to reshuffle and all that. So Kenny, you take a screenshot? Yeah, no problem. And Kenny, I have a video on my YouTube that explains like why I chose the settings. But yeah, if you just want to copy them and go from there, then tweak them to your liking, then go ahead. All right, AOI. I mean, again, AOI, same thing. What you're looking at here probably is 140 to grow. See if we retest 140 and get a further push up towards 150. So AOI didn't gap up like that extreme compared to some of the other ones, but that's probably what to look for there. See if 140, get some of this volume roll higher to 140 and you retest that and play it higher. Circle. All right, circle. So 77 grew. Sure. I mean, yeah, I don't doubt that, but make sure. Yeah, 72 would be what you're trying to play here. The issue with the 72 bounce is that goes straight into a 73 double top. You kind of have to just trim into that if you're trying to play bullish on circle. And then if we go into replay, actually we don't need replay. Give me a second. Another thing with circle is this 75 has been growing. So if you see 77 start to shrink off and 75 to grow stronger, that might not actually be our target. Our target may be more 75. SMH. All right, so SMH gapped up like 15 bucks, 589. So it cleared this big resistance here that I've been struggling with. Again, something that gapped up like this, we just have to wait for the maps to reshuffle. There's not too much I can say on this. I'll be honest. Like it's not. I'm not trying to be dismissive. It's just it's not smart to be trading stuff until we see how stuff reshuffles, right? That's just a lot more guesswork than is necessary. Tesla 0DT. Yeah, if Tesla stays between, if it holds us 335 on the upside, and even like we have this wick all the way up here at 336, then we could potentially double top and get in like another drop down. But this is a very compressed range. These are 0DTs though, so like because Tesla expires on Wednesday, so there's potential there. Is everything okay? What's up, Gabe? How do we get time zone levels, Asia, London, Orb 30? Oh, if you go to the settings, who is this? Pump day. Yeah, if you go to the settings, go down, press add, you'll see session levels. So anybody, if you want to add any kind of indicator, go down like flow, volume, session levels, the VWAP stuff, and I don't know, some of these moving averages, you can do that way. When does Garma come on? He will probably, wait, let me check the schedule. He'll probably be on with John. Is John on today? Typically mine are just pure Q&A, so I think Garma's supposed, I think he's going to join with Jewel actually. But we'll have to see if he hops on maybe, but typically mine are more beginner focused, more question oriented, so it's not, Garma's is a bit different. He's doing more like just pure analysis. Can I explain initial balance? Yeah, it's just the first 30 minutes, what, to my knowledge, what he's looking for is like on the indexes, first 30 minutes, do we break above or below? And then I don't know if he looks for break retest or just looks at them as just major pivot levels, but that's how he's using those initial balance. And so some people use the first hour, some do first 15. So like if you look up like opening range, some people do opening range break on the 5 minutes, some do 15, some do 30, some do an hour. So I don't know why he settled on 30 minutes, but clearly it works well, right? So ORB is opening range break. All right, him. Yeah. Gabe's right. We're gonna get the the casino going. Did I get stitches? Yeah. So that's why I was late today. I was like, I can't really walk that well right now. All right, so here's the gap up. So let's see how stuff reshuffles. At least for now, we have the 773 on SPY with these couple dark pools. It's probably the one thing I'd be looking at. Why is SPX not showing me those dark pools? That my dark pool was wrong. I don't know why SPX is not showing them, but anyways. QQQ is a mess. I think we give that a bit more time to settle down. Where's QQ? Oh, it's all the way up here. I didn't even have it on my chart. So again, QQQ, we have this double top risk from levels a while back. Big gap up, so obviously don't chase calls. Probably trim if you're holding anything overnight, and then let's see how this develops. For now, it's like SPY, these dark pools, 773, something to look out for. SPX has a lot of volume upside still. QQQ is pretty jumbled. Yeah, good point, Jojo. So I mean, like, I'm just narrating what I'm seeing. I'll be very transparent. I don't trade till 10 a.m. any day, so I'm just calling out what I see. But this is not something I don't like to trade when it's more hectic in the morning. So this is completely up to y'all what you do in these moments. All right. So I mean, if you want to skip it, just skip it. If you're going to trade it, maybe size lighter. Like there's always things you can do to protect yourself a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what's going on with the 773. Looks like we're hitting it now. We have these couple dark pools here. We don't have much confluence though. Well, SPX has these two positive nodes actually. We have a little bit of confluence there. QQQ, I'm really not liking what I'm seeing here. This is just a big mess. Trying to gap fill. Yeah, I wonder if they fill. So actually, yeah, a lot of futures traders do this, but what they'll do is they essentially just look for the news wick, the CPI news wick to reverse, right? So we already swept the top side, obviously. So they'd be looking for the bottom side to go hit. I will sometimes take those trades, but I don't know. This news can usually CPI is more like one directional. It's a pretty odd move today, or pretty odd CPI print today with just like how big that wick was. It was a bit odd. I'm trying to pull up a futures chart. I'm trying to look at futures, and it's kind of tough. Only 2 monitors. I have like a little small one. But yeah, so like on NQ side, right? If we want to go sweep that low, that's still like another 150 points down. What's up, Ecom? Oh, Cersei. Okay, yeah, I know who you are. All right, so yeah, let's see what happens. We're at this double positive on SPX. SPY, we have the 773. We have some of the dark bull. Oh, now the dark bull showed up on SPX. I don't know why there was a lagging. So let's see if this reacts well. We have a bit of a wick here. Let's see if we actually give a full bounce or not. Main issue here is QQQ. You can't see because the nodes are very faint because of my settings, but we have a rug pull like right above, right? So we're bouncing straight into a rug pull. So typically what that means is like you have to not only be looking at where levels that are going to bounce us, but also once we bounce, what's the risk reward if that occurs, right? So in a case like this for SPX SPY, yeah, we have great confluence on like positive nodes that look like they can bounce price upwards. We're getting a small reaction, but risk reward looks not wonderful, right? Because QQQ has a rug pull like right above. So it's always, you know, you have to assess where we are and what we can deflect off of, but also where the move is going to go, like where you'd like it to go and what is in the way of that occurring, right? Gay, bro, I can't tell if you're LARPing. What's up, Lithium? So getting a bit of a reaction here. Here, let me give me a second here. Trying to do better about looking at like the actual options chain while I narrate, so I can actually give some. Because I know a lot of people have been asking. Oh, okay, Gabe, you actually caught it. Very nice. I know a lot of people have been asking, like, okay, like how do you actually lowball? Like, what does that actually mean? So I'll try to give a bit more of my thoughts as I do that while I watch. All right. Alan, how's it going? Alarm. All right. So yeah, we're getting a bit of a reaction here. But again, it's, I don't know. QQQ is kind of nerfing this one, this rug pull. So unless y'all are like micro scalping, and either way, even if you're scalping, I would not suggest scalping in the first 5 minutes. There's no point. Okay, but yeah, we definitely have SPX pretty bullish. SPY's a bit more neutral, actually. QQQ is, I'd say neutral to a little bearish at the moment. So see how this goes. Hey, Yoav, or Yoav. I actually don't know how I say your name. How's it going, man? All right, we're getting some of a reaction here. And then we see I guess you'd be looking at QQQ to trim into like 726, 726, 727. 750 EP. So you'd miss, you miss by like these few cents. I think we almost tapped, right? No, you're all good. There will be nicer moves today. Like, I don't know, scalping 5-10 points on SPX early morning after a huge gap up is, yeah, you wait for things to settle, you can usually get a better play later. That's my opinion. All right, I'm trying to see standard deviations. I didn't find any good legs yesterday. I have to see. I think CAF sent some for a minus 3.5. I need to start charting the 3.5. I only chart the 4 and the 4.5. Just hopped in any plays on the indexes. What does that mean? Oh, just hopped into the stream. My bad, Ian. No, the only like half decent was this SPX SPY confluence, but QQQ rug pull is really limiting that upside, right? And if you look, we almost hit 726, and seems to be where we're slowing down a little bit, especially after CPI release and big gap up in the market. I prefer to wait a little bit. SanDisk, yeah, I can. So SanDisk is interesting. It's a pretty empty map. We have a very strong floor here on SanDisk though, so it looks like this may bounce. We have no volume upside though, I will say on SanDisk. Oh, actually next week we do. 1600. All right, 1600 looks a little blasphemous. That's just an OPEX node, I'll say. Like I'm almost positive, but still is majority upside volume, and we're having like a pretty big floor here at 1310. So SanDisk could potentially play a bounce, or even 1300 psych level. It's not as strong of a level, obviously, this week, but sometimes when we have these levels that are strong, multiple expirations, those can be very nice to play. I don't personally trade SanDisk just because it's like super expensive, but I see the thesis you're saying there. Who said this? Hodor, I can see what you're looking at there. Do I know how you can get rid of the 0.5 nodes on Trinity? Yeah, so go to the settings. I'm gonna forget how to do this now. Go to the settings, go to Trinity. No, this is not how you do it. Okay, wait. I know how to do this. Go to your normal heat map. Holy crap, I've lost it. Yo, am I bugging? Oh, go to view. That's what it is. Go to view and hide the empty strikes. That's what it is. So I think if I go to QQQ, I go here. Yeah, now you'll see the 0.5 nodes, and then just hide them there. Oh wait, why are they not hiding? Bruh. Why does this always switch me to SPX? Does not hide? Okay, or do... Oh, because they have volume on Friday. So actually these 0.5 nodes are not empty if you look at Friday. Oh, that's the reason. So I think if you go to Trinity, you can hide them. No, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. If you filtered this up a little bit, I'm sure you can get them hidden. But yeah, that's how you would do that. Lysander, I think you asked. All right. QuietCap standard deviations not implemented yet? No, they're not. We can only implement those once we have our new like payment portal out, so we can get them, sell them as an add-on. Yeah, if we can't hold 773 as a floor, then that 769 looks a bit concerning. But actually, we saw these QQQ levels a little bit before. Conroy, if you go to dark pools, go to the settings, select on hover, so then the label doesn't show up. Remember you asking about Oracle? All right. About I typically don't calculate like how much data impact I'm going to see on something. As long as the IV is not like spiked to the moon over 100%, I just do it. Lysander, so those QQQ nodes, they're not empty on Friday. That's why they're not being removed. But about that, that's fine. Like if you wanted to enter at $1 and we just never came and filled it, that's okay, right? That's just how it should be, right? Session level indicators. Yeah, somebody's just screenshot this. Who's asking? Ed. I need to double check. I think my London window might be wrong. I don't remember what I used to have on TradingView, but these are my rough levels. That's initial balance, high and low. So that's for the first 30 minutes of market. What is the high and the low? Big Yahoo. All right, Meta. All right, so Meta lost 600. Damn. Okay, this reaction sucked. Oh, let me see here. So I mean, yeah, Meta at this point, I'd say the 600 thesis is dead. The chart can maybe look somewhere between 593, 594, but we really have no heat map confluence on Meta right now. So yeah, that was the thesis I was viewing more valid, was this reverse rug pull, but it's failed at this point. So just that was just sort of dead there. That's it. Not much else to say on Meta. Yeah, no problem, Ed. I ran. I don't know why I have this level drawn up here. Oh, looks like back here. Yeah. Yeah, you sort of like 3 times you rejected that level. I ran you can look for like 42 retest. So we have this previous rejection. So see if we can flip that to support. We also have this dark pull down here, like 41.5 to use as confluence. Can I check Dram? Yeah, I think, was it Jewel that played Dram? Holy. Wait. You're in Dram. You're already in it, Baron, or you're looking at potentially taking it? If you're already in it, yeah, just trim lead runners for 60 next week, I guess. And be careful with this 55. I know it's a very small node, like minus 13%, but we have negative 34 next week. Most of the volume on Dram is concentrated to next week anyways. So I'd be looking at this and saying this can be a potential gatekeeper 55. So you want to trim into that, but the gap up, like probably have a nice gain on the contracts. If you're not in Dram yet, you'd probably be looking for like a break and retest 55 and play it off the retest. QQQ 726 shorts. Oh, off the rug pull, yeah. So the issue that's going on right now is the floors on SPX, SPY are opposing the ceiling on QQQ, right? So we got a small reaction here on this first candle, 935. We hit the rug pull, rejected down, but now we can't get a full flush down because these positive nodes are still holding price, right? So these are kind of like QQQ serving as your upside cap, and SPY, SPX are serving as your downside cap. Between the two of them, they're really, at least for now, seem to be restricting the range. So we'll see. I mean, with how big we gapped up, it would probably be healthier if we pushed lower, but I mean, yeah, that's not always how it works, right? Market's just gonna do what it wants to. How do I actually evaluate price that an option is correct? Oh, about it, I'll be honest, I don't. I don't know. Like, I don't think that hard into it. I'll be honest. Like, if the IV is not over 100% and the move looks good, I just look for a 0.3 to 0.4 delta and play it. I don't do that whole like mental exercise. Yeah, Conroy, I agree with you. Yeah, they're kind of they're fighting each other. So at least for now, if we drop any further, we start seeing some of these SPX, SPY levels potentially flip to ceilings. So they look to be, downside looks to be a bit stronger than upside right now. How do I read Tesla heat map? Tesla, I mean, it happened right out the gate, but this double top with the rug pull was really what I was looking at. I think I had said a few minutes before pre-market, but obviously, yeah, it happened in a single 5-minute candle. Like, that's not something, if you can react very quickly, then maybe you caught it, but kind of already played out. At this point, Tesla, I wouldn't want to play now. So the nice thing about this 335 short is like, yes, you have the rug pull, but also it's the top of the range. There's like no volume above it, right? 337 upwards, you see nothing. Issue with 330 now is now you're kind of like, okay, it could be a reverse rug pull and push back up to 335, or it could just be a rug pull and then continue pushing down. So this is not bottom of the range, right? It's more at a midpoint. So yeah, I much prefer the initial morning drop. Sadly, it happened in the first like couple minutes and very hard to catch that quickly. 726. Yeah, we'll see if we manage to get back up there. EP. So it looks like QQQ is holding a little stronger than SPY SPX. In theory, options always correctly. Yeah. I mean, like, you can spend some time like, oh, is this properly priced, and can I do this or that, whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of mental gymnastics for me, and I always need some. I've always tried to find the simplest process I can find. So it's not something I do, right? I'm not saying you're wrong for doing it. It's just not something I have experience doing. Is Kent Clark an oracle? He is. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else there. All right. So yeah, what we are seeing though, so to your point, who's that saying this? EP, right? So as we're pushing towards 726, this rug pull, we're not actually like fully reclaiming. Like 773 is not really reclaiming here. We're actually still hovering a little bit under. So what was previously, they're kind of opposing each other. If 773, if SPY stays a little weaker, 773 could actually be a ceiling and align with the rug pull. 750 is still holding a little bit above, but so we're kind of, this is still like at that like kind of battleground that I mentioned way earlier. Oh, it's a way bigger push now. Whoa, holy candle. Okay, so yeah, now we're like fully entering where you would enter the rug pull, but again, now it's looking like these positive nodes are once again reclaimed. What was that? That seemed very like, okay, yeah, this is a very massive candle. I was gonna say it's like full 10-point candle in a minute. So again, I mean, same issue as the whole morning, right? Is like, yeah, you want to long out these positives, but you're running into a rug pull, and then you know, even if you want to play a rug pull, you're then shorting it down into these positives. So like they're just all arguing, if that makes sense. So you can take the rug pull on QQQ, just recognize there's not much confluence, right? That's really a solo. You're just playing off QQQ, and you're shorting into these big positive stacks on SPY SPX. So, I mean, I mean, you guys can trade what you want, right? But I personally am avoiding all of this. Thoughts on NVIDIA? Yeah, it looks like a 5-point range. This actually looks very similar to Tesla at the beginning, where it's just 5-point range. If we hit either extreme, you just take the reversal. Also, the 727 just faded out. This is really weird. So 727 completely faded out on QQQ. Okay, was that just a quick candle, or was there some kind of move? Because there was, or news, because there was like a really big reshuffling here. It's kind of odd. Confluence on all three on London highs. Why is previous day highs? All right, let me open a futures tab. Why is previous day high? SPX and SPY have different previous day highs, which I don't, which is just not true. So if we go to index, if we go to futures, this will tell us better. Oh, wait, I didn't turn on the settings on futures. So if I go to session levels. Oh, bruh, it doesn't save doesn't save it? Okay, that's really annoying. Oh, sorry, give me a second here, y'all. All right, this will be good enough. All right. Sorry about that. So confluence on all three for previous day high is not, I don't know what you mean by, I mean, QQQ is well clear of previous day high because tech ran so hard overnight, like with some of the earnings and stuff. So I don't know what you mean by that, Ed. So they faded out 727 and we still reversed there. This is annoying. All right, so again, we're down at these positive notes, SPX, SPY. See what happens. No, Ed, you're good. Just DM me if you're not. I don't know if our things are not matching. Let me know, and I can look into it later. Yeah, these candles are a bit weird. I mean, it makes sense after CPI. So a lot of the front half of the week was pretty slower moving than CPI. Waiting on CPI as the catalyst. Conroy, I don't know what you mean by that question. AP, you're good. I know the long was a missed fill. I think the short you got a bit scared out by the candle, so I mean that's fine. I mean your read work was correct both ways, so still take confidence from that, right? Getting rid of the label. Are we able to do the higher? Yeah, I mean I asked the developers to make it that we just hover, so sort of like the dark pools. I don't know if that's what you meant, Conroy. Jules' last message. I don't know what he said. Let me go check. So Rigetti, his last message. Oh, that's just about his Rigetti trade thesis, I believe. So quantum. What was he saying here? To play the bounce off. I think he was just saying play the bounce off 18, right? So I don't know if he did this yesterday or maybe he did it today and just talking about this quick move here. But I think he's just playing the reverse rug pull on Rigetti. Young kid. Surely not another day. We will have to see how it progresses. But when you get like big overnight moves, right? Like futures moved. I do math. Futures moved like 300 points, right? Oh, we tapped 30K. Oh, fuck. Okay, this I missed completely. So this double top on NQ with the 30K tap would have been a good one to short. That's on me. But yeah, when we're getting like 300, 400 point move overnight, a lot of times then during New York, there's a higher chance that it's going to be calmer session or less movement. Oh, yeah, I'm really annoyed about this NQ play. I had mentioned it before and I just took my eyes off of it. My bad, y'all. Man, that would have been, yeah, that would have been top tick, like right off the open. Fuck. Okay. All right, these SPY SPX levels don't look like they're holding very much. Go on reaction off of them. So if we do start flushing a bit more, a lot of this SPX upside is also shrank off. I mean, you have quite a bit of room to move down here. Check chart levels. You don't want to be looking at, there's some support resistance flips that we're hitting here, right? On ES and NQ. We're close to hitting on NQ. We've already hit on ES. So that probably next thing the heat maps show that there's not really much of a support until a bit lower. But the charts have some potential levels that can bounce. Yeah, down times. Correct. Yeah, SPY SPX gave a bit of a reaction, but yeah, QQQ, this rug pull seems to be what's putting most of the work in. Yo, EP. Chill. Just set a 10-minute timer, EP, and then we can just let some of this move play out and regroup and see when you're able to catch some kind of support. All right, Sumina. Yeah, so again, going back to the data wick that I was talking about earlier. So like what a lot of futures traders will do is they're now, we swept the upside. They wanted to get the downside to go hit. There is pretty big divergence. Like ES is going to sweep this data wick low a lot earlier than NQ, but those are places that can potentially reverse. What is the target for QQQ downside? Use 722, 721. So 721 aligns very nicely with this data week low. So we'll see if that happens. And that's still another 250 or sorry, 150 points down. But we'll see. Yeah, QQQ has a massive air pocket. SPY is sliding in very small volume, like 771, 772. Would like to see that pick up a bit more. Otherwise, this air pocket may have higher chance of playing through. Is this a short? No, I mean, price just dropped full dollar. I wouldn't short it now. Is there anything on gold? We just hit overnight VWAP and bounce hard. Gold. Let me check. So you can just chart, you can chart GC, right? And then just overlay. If you use derived, it should show the golden nodes. Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't show gold here. I thought I asked the developer to fix that. I'll have to remind him. Heat map wise, it doesn't look like there's much of a level though. Like even back here, looks like our level's more up at like 4,460. Gold looks like it kind of just double bottomed off this wick here and just started running, but most of the volume on gold looks to be further up. So let me check. Yeah, like we retested this small 404 and then just bounced further at this point. 407 is gatekeeping these higher king nodes, like this rug pull of king nodes. Yeah, I don't know. With this kind of push on gold, I'd say you're leaning towards. I don't want to short because this is like the bottom of the range, right? Of today. I also don't want to long because you're longing straight into a gatekeeper that can kill that. Oh, gold has a big vex node. 420. What is up on my axis? So 420. I think a lot of that volume rolled down to 400. Oh, it's further out. Got you. I mean, gold. I rarely swing gold. A few times, I rarely trade it at all. But the few times I have, it's mostly just day trades, or I'll try something on futures. So I usually don't look that far out. FL. What is this? FL and C. I mean, FL and C. Oh, this is VEX. Oh, I see. Yeah, off 12 looks pretty nice. Yeah, this bit of like reverse rug pull 12 and 13. You would want this to drop more. Maybe go sweep liquidity down until 60 or at least hit 13. Like if you play it now, to me, it's a bit too early. But yeah, safest is if you wait for 12 and like sweep out these levels, let's say like 12-1. That's probably gonna be like your top play. Archie is shorting memory. Today or yesterday? If he took those yesterday, he's fried. Hopefully he took them today. Yeah, SPY QQQ have air pockets. Well, SPY actually, the 772 has like a little, like this is just enough volume, like 20-25% that it could hold, but yeah, it's gotten weaker actually. So it used to be a node. I think it used to be like 25-30% of the king node. Now it's dropped off to around 20. QQQ, this is like the clearest air pocket you'll ever see. All right, 750 to 735. 750 to 735. No, actually, so like nodes that are 25-30%, I still look at them as gatekeepers. So clearest rug pull is on QQQ and SPY. SPX still has a little bit of volume. Now these are very small, right? Like these are all hovering under 30%. So due to lack of confluence, I don't think these will hold. Like I think their pocket looks a bit more likely here, but their pockets, SPY and QQQ are the ones that are giving us that video. Yeah, NVIDIA, if we go hit top of range, I can look too short. We tapped within $1. We hit this dark pool. Like market looks a little weak, so I actually don't know if we'll get up and hit that 225, but yeah, dark pool confluence, 225 level, top of range for the week. So NVIDIA there, that thesis looks good. Google today. Oh, he shorted today, MU. Yeah, I don't know what Archie. I don't know what his time for. I know he does a lot more like longer dated stuff. I don't have to scroll every time. What the fuck? But let's see. Like next OPEX 870. Right, so OPEX next. Wait, oh, hey, am I bugging? Oh, MU has expirations 3 times a week. I didn't even know this. If this okay, this 1,100 now looks a little ambitious, so that's probably gonna roll down to 1,990, maybe even 950. I don't know why he's shorting it though. Might be this triple top or something that he's playing. But yeah, I'm not sure why he's shorting that him. He's shorting 9. Bro, what? 850 shorts for Friday? Bro, does this guy have like insider news? Yeah, I need to look into MU later. I don't know what he's shorting there, I'll be honest. Yeah, Google 340. Easy short on Google. Yeah, if you're already in it, that's fine. You can go trim it to 340. If you're not already in it, I wouldn't short for like $1 or $2 a downside. You just wait for 380 or 340 and maybe play bounce back the other way. All right, two people, Microsoft. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty good actually. So we have like, where's my line? Yeah, like this level here, 491.5. It's 492.5. What? This map is super sparse. There's like no, why is there no like volume? But yeah, Microsoft doesn't look too bad here for bounce. With these kind of plays, you do want to see if you can time like the Microsoft bounce with the overall market bounce. So say the overall market doesn't look like it's at a great spot to bounce, but as I say that, it is. But we're not like reversing off like any nodes. But yeah, Microsoft looks good. A big sell off 505, but then we got, this node flared up very quickly at 492.5. So it looks solid. Okay, GDAT. Yeah, you're already in it, so you're good. All right, indexes. Oh, we're hitting this NQ level I charted. Bruh, I need to pay attention to the levels I chart. It's ridiculous. But I actually have these levels mapped out. Might I actually played something. Intel. Sure. So Intel looks like we're getting a push. They've slid in a huge gatekeeper at 102, so you'll notice this is a very faint level. Push through, this grew very rapid. Now looks like it's gatekeeping, or at least this may just be ceiling. Does anyone else have like these twitchy candles on Atlas? Mine are like tweaking a little bit. But yeah, these are basically just dual king nodes at 105, 102. So 102 looking like strong gatekeeper there. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say like now I'm wondering earlier, was that actually a weird candle, or is it just because these things are twitching? That had me thinking like it was news. Wait, let me go check. A glitch notices, I think. Shit. Or my bad. Yeah, I think there's some issue with like how the candles are moving on Atlas. The developer's looking into it. Thanks, y'all. I don't know the reason, but we just have to deal with it. All right, so yeah, maybe we can retest. We've broken some of these positive nodes we use for a single bounce upwards. So see if we can retest, get a push downwards. Yeah, Jojo, I can take that into account. I mean, it's for today. It's just me, so it's not really a solution, I believe. But yeah, if there's ever two of us, we can split. Actually, so we typically split like beginner versus advanced, and the advanced people they just look more like pure trades. I just go through whatever questions coming on the chat. That's all I really look at. I'm not actually too focused on playing moves. I'll be honest. So it's just different intent. But once Jewel and Garma hop on, they're a lot more focused on doing that. Microsoft good bounce. Yeah, so I'll admit, like this index reverse was actually a bit. This one took me a bit surprised. Like I didn't see a clear thesis for this bounce, but yeah, Microsoft was a really good trade for whoever. I think there was 2 or 3 people that pointed that out. So whoever caught that's good eyes. 713 QQQ. Is that a typo? Be the trader. Amazon off 720 or 270. Yeah, Amazon as well is bouncing kind of nice, actually. Microsoft is like very, very clean. Amazon looks also quite clean. Like it undershot as well, so you can get a nice entry as well there. 725 gatekeeper. Yeah, it's definitely they're pushing a lot of volume on this node. That's it. Like still the big one here is you get these positive node taps, SPX, SPY. You can short off that, kind of has confluence with the rug pull on QQQ. That's probably what you're playing the reversal to the downside at as. 724 is trying to slide in the floor. Still looks a bit weak. So no, not. I don't really see anything going on there at 724. For the rug, Garma pointed out, is it best to play? I don't know if I understand that question. I mean, the rug pull is on QQQ. Which one you short is up to you. I guess in theory, ES looks a little weaker, so maybe you want to short that one. Like we have these positive nodes combined with the rug pull, you maybe want to short ES. But if you trade futures, you're used to doing NQ, then just do NQ, right? Like I guess it's a bit of personal preference there. So I believe that's what Garma's looking at, right? Is playing that rug pull there. Just looks like it's getting going here a little. Dark pull bounce. Oh, and SPX SPY. Oh, the QQQ one. We never fully tapped it, but yeah, that's true, Bando. Is this Mike Bando? I have to memorize like 3 usernames per person. This is so annoying. Virgin, take a screenshot, send it to me. I'll send it to the developer. Amazon shorts. No, I mean, I probably wouldn't be shorting it. I mean, we're at this strong support. Yeah, I think these retests of the positive nodes with the rug pull looks decent, Conroy. So we definitely have a top wick forming here. We'll see how strong this move goes. What is NQ? NQ is just futures of QQQ. Young kid. So I don't remember. I know we messaged. I don't know if you do options or futures. Is this a whipsaw map? Yeah, I guess so. Like we do have a bit of an air gap. Like we do have a bit of space. All right, Conroy, if you played this. No, Rob, the opposite. So like with these positive volume, like flipping to ceilings, it would actually look more bearish along with the rug pull. What do I do when there's a reverse rug? And so when there's a positive, negative, positive sandwich, like on QQQ. So typically when there's a sandwich like that, like let's say it was Tesla. Okay, this is not a good example. I forgot the other one. Whatever. So Tesla early morning, right? This is just a sandwich. So you can short the extremes, short the upside extreme or long the downside extreme. Tesla, you actually wouldn't long it because of this negative node below though. But if you pretend this 327 wasn't there, that would be the thesis. In this case, the 725 is a lot weaker than the 727. So I would be leaning more towards playing just the rug pull. And the reverse rug pull, this is a much weaker node. So I'd probably be looking at that not to hold. Or just trim, or like play the rug pull, trim into it, and then leave runners. Hopefully that helps rate. Can 7780 pull upwards? Possibly, but for that to happen, we have to get through 7750 and 773 first. So, look at where further out nodes and the king nodes, like pay attention to that, but always pay attention to what's in the way first, right? Got you. Young kid, yeah, if you're interested, just let me know. I can send you. John has some good resources on futures, so I can send you a few of those. On? What is this thing? Going to 30? We should go on to 32. We just came from 32, so I don't think so. Like for us to get back to 32 on this, we'd have to break above 31.5. I would expect this level holds. Like this looks pretty major. A bit of a rug pull. Maybe we actually even rug pull into next week. I don't know what the sticker is though, but no, I'd say we just got delivered from 32. I wouldn't be leaning towards that. Conroy, your stop loss hit on this move? Conroy, send me the entry. Like what strike you bought, and just send me everything. Yeah, seeing main. If you're gonna play these shorts, like you probably would have been in already, honestly, right? Off 7750 and then the rug pull here on QQQ. So it's a bit early. If you want to wait for a full rug pull tap, then that's fine. If you're waiting for like 726 or 726.5. But yeah, you'd be pretty bearish in trying to get in on an entry. Like probably this single candle on QQQ. This is a full dollar move down. You probably could have taken a nice play there already. Like a quicker scalp. All right. You botched 4 trade. Conrad, just trade with no stop loss. Size smaller, trade with no stop loss. Have I taken anything? No, just, well, shorts right now. I'm sitting in them, but we'll see how they go. I did not trim when I should have, and it's fine. On futures, it was almost 100 points, and I didn't trim anything, so it's whatever. Yeah, usually when I'm trading while I stream, I can't really monitor stuff very well since I'm answering questions. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Nvidia might drag to 225. Yeah. So again, just be waiting 225. That sticks around. You can play reverse off of that probably. Yeah, Gabe, if we gap fill or go for that data wick low on NQ, this is going to be a massive move down. Like that means we'd have another almost 200 points to downside. All right, 700 lighting up. Yeah, we have a bit of volume down there. Stop market. I think Conroy does options, not futures, big pip. But yeah, so for anyone that does futures, right, especially on negative nodes, if you're worried about the overshoot or undershoot being too extreme and it's stopping you out of the trade, you can use stop orders, right? So if you want to get in at, I don't know, whatever level it may be, instead of entering with the limit sell, let's say, so price pushes up and hits your sell, and then you have to deal with the wick. What you can do is like wait for it to overshoot where you want to enter, and then just put a stop sell, right? So you get filled on the way down after the wick. That's the general logic of doing the orders in that fashion. It should be a decision in the next 15 minutes. Oh, I don't know what that means, Robert. Yeah, I think a few people are looking at shorts, right? Off of these positive nodes in the rug pull. And this one short already played out. I'd have to go check options to see if it actually hit like 30%, but futures hit almost 80 points, I think, off of that. So went from 937. Yeah, hit 80 points. Where did Garma get his fib levels from? We'd have to ask him, but likely what he's doing is he's just drawing this fib set right here. And then that's like he just has a bearish fib. Like I put that one. EP, where'd you enter these shorts? Wait, how are you getting fucked on these? About 350, your chart straight chop. Yeah, I mean, this has been like they've been very small, quick moves. Like I don't think I haven't seen anything like crazy nice. And also another thing, this negative node is fading off the 726, so pay attention to that. Why won't QQQ die? We have to see. We got a dollar move down. We have to see if the move continues, right? So again, like just because the air pocket's there doesn't mean it's gonna get filled, right? And just because we gapped up and you expect the gap fill doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So that's why when you play these moves, you play the reaction, the reversal, and you trim, right? When you get 30%, you trim. You know, don't get greedy for holding some of these huge targets. Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. So that's why we always, you know, we enter and leave runners, but don't, you know, don't get too like crazy ambitious with any price targets. Looks like we're getting some continuation here. So we'll see. I mean, like there is an air pocket. We'll see if we fill it, but there's never any guarantees, right? You always trim as you go. Why do I prefer to play deflection versus rounds to king nodes? Because heat maps are dynamic. You chase king nodes all day, blind horse. What's going to happen is one day you're going to chase a king node at 7780. Just pretend one is there. And then it's going to roll down to 7770 or it's going to roll down to 7760. So the volume, if you chase king nodes, you're chasing a moving target. So it's a huge risk there, right? Oh, he fibs initial balance. Okay, thanks, Virgin. I wasn't aware. 727. Wait, what? 727 can be a risk for rug pulls because the negative nodes above. Oh, you mean the 728 negative? Yeah, like there's volume past the rug pull that can be potential. Negative. MU, I think that's just an OPEX node. I probably, yeah, 1,100, I would not be looking at that. That's a $200 move in a week. I just ignore that. EP, can you send me when you entered the strike and the price? You were reading it right. You've been reading the day right based on what you're saying in the chat, but I don't understand. Just want to see how you're executing. Based off the chart, how can you know if it's a shorting opportunity? So you're looking at like the big positive volumes to hold the ceilings, the rug pull. So you want to be entering as we're tapping into some of those, right? So like, I think this candle like in the 10-15 would have been the good one. Any thoughts on Oracle? I'm a bit behind on the chat. I'm gonna have to skip some of these questions. Played a bounce off 150. We have to see. We have a level down here, 148. I know you played 150, but again, always look at the chart and I can help you pinpoint a little. So based on the chart levels where we rejected previous resistance flip to support, it would have been down here, 148. All right. Yeah, this move is not getting a ton of love here. At least for now. Yeah, EP, DM it to me. I'll check later. Thanks. Moving ceiling down on QQQ. Yeah, if we can pull more on 725. Right now, 727 is still like the max ceiling, but if 725 can grow a lot, it's definitely bearish on QQQ. Yeah, NVIDIA, I don't think hit. So NVIDIA did not hit 225, but we're within like $1. So this is definitely close enough that we can just reject it here. We don't have to fully tap it. We'll see what happens, but it's I could definitely see NVIDIA rejecting here, no problem. Dark green, Gatekeeper. Yeah, 725 is pumping some volume. So getting a bit of a rolling volume lower. Limit 725. Q's put at 120. Oh, I don't actually know what the Q's price is right now. Rigetti. Holy crap, I'm jumping around everywhere. I don't know what's the question on Rigetti, Vin? If you played 18 tap, I don't know if 30 cents is enough to get a move. Probably was actually. With the ticker this cheap, you probably can get a base hit even with a 30-cent move. 773 short still valid. So to me, it already happened. Yeah, you can try for it again. I like the first tap more though, because that was sort of on this QQQ rug pull. But if you're liking how the 725, so 725 is actually pushing a lot of volume. So if you're playing it with the QQQ Gatekeeper, you can try again. $724 just popped in as well. I don't like that. That's more of a support that's sliding in. Breaking 725 can be a reverse rug pull. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a sandwich, right? 725, 726, 727. So yeah, potentially, who has this? Big Pip. Conrad, I can't. When you say 725 nuke, you mean that it pushed in volume or that it shrank in volume? I assume you mean that it's pushing. 725, 724 are both getting huge pushes in volume. And actually, SPX is growing a ton of upside as well. Because if we start to reclaim some of these SPY SPX levels, then downside's looking a lot worse, right? Like these are not looking like ceilings anymore. But for now, this could still be ceilings. Also, Conroy, what's your velocity on Trinity? CPI news was at 8:30 in the morning Eastern, so like this is already done. Yeah, SPX has a lot of volume coming in upside. This 750 only held for one rejection. It's looking, unless this is a big overshoot, it's looking like it's now they may be pushing this and flipping to a floor. Damn. Try to delete your message in time. Oh. You're good, EP. Yeah, we're pushing now for sure. What the fuck? Yeah, so I guess, yeah, big clue here. QQQ sliding in these floors was, that started killing off any short idea. Longs of 773x 773x. Yeah, like if we retest 7750, 773, yeah, you can try. Those are the longs that played out like at like 945, that candle. So you'd be looking for some kind of move there. Do I ever put more emphasis on SPX? No. No, I view them all as 1/3 checked. If we get to 720, wait. Short on QQQ if it clears. You're saying if you short off 725 or if you short it off 727, Conway? Which of the two? You short on 725. Yeah, if you short 725, this thesis might. I may hold even just for like the 727 rug pull. I just put it in like a wide cushion. But yeah, if you're looking for 725 to hold with these SPX, SPY levels, then it's looking like these are getting flipped at the moment. But yeah, I guess it's true. If NVIDIA is now fully hitting this king node, so yeah, it looks like NVIDIA is fully hitting 225, is sweeping this level from August 7. So if NVIDIA starts to reject here, that can help the overall indexes get pushed down. I'm gonna check AMD. Oh crap, it's a lot of talking. That's about AMD. Chartray. I don't know how I feel about AMD. It's a big. Yeah, I would have thought this 487 would be high range. 490 has grown a lot. And we also have a lot of upside volume for Friday. Yeah, 497, 500. So you may actually be looking for these double positive, see if you can flip that to a floor and maybe long into Friday. AMD is not looking too bearish with this volume here as like support. Right, so I think that NVIDIA reaction is happening. Looks like it's helping out the indexes here. Bit of an overshoot. 773. All this positive growth on QQQ is really killing. Like what was previously an air pocket would have been the hope of a play. That's sort of dead right now, that thesis. How do I change the settings? Go to settings, go to Trinity, then at the bottom there's a velocity. So you can toggle it on and off. NVIDIA is building a negative above. Yeah, you're right. It is increasing. Still not that concerned. This 225 holds, that negative is still quite small relative. Can we short QQQ rug pull or SPY SPX have floors? I mean, the rug pull actually faded, right? This is an air pocket now, 726. But it looks like the SPY dark pulls are holding a bit of an overshoot. Yoav, I don't know what you mean by 702, 502.5. Is that on AMD or something? Yeah, I don't know what you mean by 502.5. SPX to 7770 gives fuel, buy off 773. New floor, 727 is breakable and negative. Lower time frame to whoa. Is this news? What is happening right now, bro? What's going on today? Big Pip, DM that to me. I'm gonna get that later. Bruh. Yeah, it's a news candle for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait, Conroy, why did you long 725? Man, what is happening here? Yeah, this is one of these like bogus news. That thing reverted almost instantly. The fuck is that candle? US has total control over Hormuz. I think we will keep it? What does that even mean, bro? Yo, I think we will keep it, bro. Conrad, you're good. If you missed the fill. VS25. Oh, turn on overlay. So if you turn on overlay, that's how you look at the heat maps. I mean, yeah, this is a news candle based off whatever Trump said. On futures, this was 925. Like a 90-point candle on NQ. The fact it reverted that quickly is, yeah, let's say a previous day high, this dark pool, and like, I mean, we'll see, but it's actually QQQ wise, it did open up this air gap a little bit more again. But yeah, post news, it's really hard to tell what's going to happen. Things will usually reach halfway. It did kill off a lot of this SPX upside though, so seems we're still. I think him was bearish, so he's still. I don't know if he caught an entry or not, but really funky day. Yeah, I mean, technically, this flip on the SPX SPY, that was probably best trade so far. It's just this news is kind of fucking it up. Like the news helped the move, but like I don't like to say it was a good move just because you get this huge news candle and it spikes it, right? Like that's to me is, but the flip of these levels is probably the best trade. Just QQQ sliding in all this volume. It was a lot cleaner when QQQ had this big air pocket like it did at like 10 a.m., 10:05. Did NVIDIA nuke off that? So anyone who took NVIDIA puts, you're probably up like $1 already. Or the underlying has dropped $1 already. Trump trying to save the VIX. Yeah, I guess so. Wait, who's got Truth Social? Yo, Gabe, but the Truth Social is what? Like you just have like a 5-second advance on news, or like what is all that? SPX is popping a ton of volume downside. Like look at all these nodes, huge amount of volume increase. But these are all, so yes, it's downside, but these are all just potential gatekeepers, right? So again, I know it's downside volume growing, but this is actually not as encouraging as you might think. Bro, what the fuck is? I'm not liking today very much, I'll be honest. It's 725 just vanished. So that was previous gatekeeper. QQQ, that thing is just gone. Truth Social. 100K a month for news? Yo, what are we talking about? Yeah, see you, Gabe. I think Gabe, you caught more moves than most people here. This has been a whack day. Yeah, like I've been in shorts like the whole morning and I did not have take profit set. So I didn't get anything out of this either. It's whatever. Early access to information, yeah. Be the trader. What do you mean they're old contracts? No, they can still pull price lower. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if they increase in volume, but like If SPX, SPY ceiling still hold and reverse price down, then you can still get a push lower. And if you're bearish, play there's a retest. Wait, what ticker's just gone? What do you mean? Hey Brady. Guys, the Truth Social stuff is like, if enough people buy it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, you realize as soon as people buy it, they're just going to see the post, repost it on Twitter, and then everyone's going to have info. So like, eventually this is going to be a case of seconds. So sure, there's some advantage you can pull with seconds, but it's not like these people are insider trading with like 20 minutes advance notice. How do I get the same view of percent? I use 10-minute. I use 10-minute velocity on Trinity. The quant trader, yeah, but like for someone in our position, that's not something. It's not going to be some life-changing, 2 seconds earlier, so now you can catch every move kind of deal. That's the point I want to make there. Yeah, Nvidia, this note above is actually growing. Still hasn't showed up because it's not at 25%, so it hasn't showed up on mine, but we still need to get 225. But yeah, that's a bit concerning. But we do have big ceilings on the indexes, so yeah, a bit of confluence there if you're trying to short Nvidia. Samsung 20. Yeah, 7720, 7710. A lot of these downside SPX nodes, I think they grew on that news candle. Looks like they're like chilling out a little bit now, tempering down. Apple rug pull. Oh, actually, yeah, this Apple rug pull is really nice. It's like pushed up right at the open and then just big rejection off of that. Today's just been whack. I think it wasn't just CPI, but like the 300-point move overnight is not helping either. Like, you get big expansion during Asia or London, a lot of times that will nerf New York session, right? Yeah, I don't like what's going on today. Kind of bogus. Do we log off the London high, London session, this blue line? No. No, because that was off the news candle, Rafi. I mean, maybe someone did, but I didn't have any orders set ready to go there. Yeah, so I'd say earlier, like QQQ rug pull and then these floors on SPX, SPY were kind of stunting moves. Now, like we finally sort of flipped into ceilings, but then the downside move got a bit nerfed. Well, one, it was a news candle caused the downside move. Once that news candle got started, QQQ grew a ton of volume here with these positive notes. So that also, what was previously a huge air pocket down got nerfed.
Yo.
Whoa, who's in here? Oh, Karma. What's
You
up?
my voice. You already forgot about me.
Yeah, I forgot what you sound like. My bad. Garmo, apparently your nickname's Starboy.
Yeah, because of the weekend. You know, I like that.
You like The Weeknd? The Weeknd's good.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the song, bruh. My bad, my bad. I just got this. All right, 726 just flared up out of nowhere. Song? Yeah, The Weeknd is a song, right? Called Starboy?
Starboy. Wait, I'm a
Am I tripping?
Starboy. That is a song.
Yeah, EP. Thoughts on Amazon rug pull? These negative nodes are quite weak. I'm probably just looking at 270 to hold on Amazon, not play the continuation down. New name for Garma. Oh no, no VP. I know who The Weeknd. I'm dead. Oh, is Nvidia negative? All right, looks like the reverse rug pull on Nvidia is growing. Yeah, it's definitely showing up a lot stronger. Yo, Garma, look into the initial balance 30-minute. Someone was saying that their levels for it were not like that,
Accurate.
they were jittering. I think Virgin was saying that they were jittering when they shouldn't have been. Or did you see it working well?
Let's see.
Bro, I'll be honest, I have not liked today at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 minutes deadly for today. It's like just up and down, up and down. You'd have to be sniping entries.
Yeah. You don't play data candles, right, Karma? Or do you? I don't think so.
What do you mean, like play the CPI candles or target the datas?
No, the data high lows. No, no, not
Yeah,
like gamble the candle itself, like the
no,
data high
no,
lows
no.
after.
I look at them as like a small like confluence. So like we already took out the highs this morning, and NQ also like the main reason I caught shorts like in the morning from high a day, and I used the
Mm-hmm.
conviction that ES took out the previous day high, and NQ is also at a major level at 30K.
The
I know 30K
30K.
is a major
Yeah.
psych level, and that's what like that was my short in the morning I caught,
Nice.
and then I took
Yeah,
like
NQ had a big double top too, I think, right?
yeah
With August 10 levels. Got you.
I'm looking at the indicator now.
Yeah, but if you see, yeah, ES swept out the data low. NQ did not.
Yeah, that was like a major thing I also looked at too. That the SMT pretty much got formed at the low.
Yeah.
So I mean, NQ might still take out the low, but if ES took it out, it's still technically not valid anymore.
Right. I think NQ would have been fit too if we look at it.
So where's the IB level? It looks good on the SPY and QQQ. Yeah, I mean it's off by like 1 cent, but like that's nothing.
Oh, okay, so it's fine. Okay, sick. I think someone else. I can't remember who
I
actually.
think I don't know about the London highs and stuff like that, if those levels are exactly accurate. But I think the conversion's a little off. But at the end of the day, those levels are still valid.
It's like ballpark accurate. Someone needs. Uh, I don't know if Virgin's still here. Virgin, if you're still here,
He just
post a
DM'd me,
message.
so I'm looking at the
Okay,
picture
that's
he
what I was
sent
gonna
me.
say. Thanks, Virgin. 773. Yeah, 773 low key. I mean, yeah, it's rejecting here, but this is I'm not liking what I'm seeing today, I'll be honest. QQQ did put in a lot of volume. Actually, QQQ 725, 726 coming back to life, those nodes. So maybe we see a bit of a roll down in volume finally. NVIDIA reverse rug died. Wait, you guys are telling me opposite things. 227 just shrank off. Janky. Yeah, if we can see 726 continue to grow, then we'd be bearish. If we hold, we're holding also these SPX, SPY levels. The 726 just slid in. Flip positive now, so even better, honestly, in my opinion. Hey, Cav, how's it going, man? Oh, Cav, do you want me to invite you on, or you're chilling in the chat? NVIDIA puts for Friday. We'll check the VEX. Why does the VEX not auto scroll? Man, this is pissing me off. My bad, Cav. SPY ceiling's just been the same all day, right? 773. Are you saying that
Yeah.
775 is shrinking? Is that what you're saying, Ryuki? Got you. QQQ is definitely getting a lot of growth. 726 bearish there, right? We're shifting. Well, 727 is pretty constant, but 726 flaring up a lot of volume. Yeah, Ryuki. Yeah, 775 is lost. It's like a good 10, 15, 20%, depending on what time frame you're looking at. 725 also growing. So yeah, little air pocket a bit down further. Wait, what time is it right now? 10:50. The options fund, I'm pretty sure John has been using them for like a month or two. Garmin, you use them too, right?
Yeah. You're gonna have to help me back on the Marvell short we took.
Marvell?
What you just completely about the short we took?
We took Marvell?
Yeah, do you not remember at the hotel lobby?
No.
Yo, what do you mean no?
Wait, we didn't short Marvell. We shorted the other one, the one that just failed, bro. SMH, I think.
Oh no, SMH, not Marvell. I'm talking about the SMH.
Yeah, bro. Oh, dude, you have me confused, man. That was Friday. Yo, what was Friday, the 7th? Dude, what do you mean, bro? You could have caught 10% right here.
10%, bro. I'm not trolling.
Dude,
He called out shorts. I entered it right away. I was down. What was it?
That's on you, bro.
I was down 50% on the entry.
Can you group trade? I don't know if you can copy trade on the options prop firm. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, Yoav. He's been using it for a while. He's on his funded. Yoav, hopefully you're taking it lighter today on sizing. I know you're still up on the week based on what you sent me the other days. All right, looks like the SPX, SPY. They're being annoying with like how much they're overshooting, but these double ceilings are working out. Just with the news candle that kind of threw everything off. The news wicked it down, pushed it back up, and then just played like a double top basically. No, I'm not calling you out. I'm saying that you're doing well. You're doing well. How drunk was I? No, no, it's we were fine.
Oh, he was sober. I mean,
Maps
look at the 5 minute, bro. Let me know.
This is pretty cheeks. I mean, you're getting decent reactions to downside of like these SPY SPX ceilings, but yeah, this is previously QQQ had this big air pocket down to 722, and now 723 is there. So
Yeah,
that's
like,
nerfing. It's not
I've just
nerfing, but it's
been
limiting our
scalping
downside.
the spine SPX ceilings. I got shorted like twice.
Yeah, Yoav, you might as well. I mean, yeah, no shame calling it. You can take a lighter day. There's no problem with that. See if tomorrow. What's the news for the rest of the week? Look, we have control of the Hormuz. There's the calendar on this website. Oh, PPI tomorrow. That usually moves less. Yeah, not the best day for huge moves. It's pretty barcodey. We'll see. Maybe let's see if we get down to low day on QQQ. Holy
That's
crap!
what
I've been
I want
holding.
another low day. That's what I'm kind of anticipating because so far we haven't gotten a break. I don't consider these wicks as a break. Like
Yeah,
what wicks tell you is that price attempted to make the low, but it couldn't hold to do so. So until like we see like a hold below like the lows, that's when I consider a break. So technically we haven't broken out in the morning range yet. So see if Q's finally gets the break here, if it's just gonna quad bottom again.
D-shaped profile on NQ futures. Tell me, what does that mean?
Are you referring to TPO?
Well, actually, that's true. There's like 3 people that said NVIDIA. If whoever was talking about NVIDIA took it, you
It's
guys are
on the
doing
volume
well.
profile.
Oh, volume profile. Okay, thanks, Communal.
Yeah, I took a
What'd you say?
took a re-entry for shorts at the ceilings with the 50% Qs with the Nvidia ceiling.
Got you.
We'll see. Yeah, I want to see if we actually break the lows here. This would be really sad if we just quad bottom here again.
Bruh, no way they don't push it further down. I've had the same short since like 10-11. Luckily, I did it on futures. Otherwise, I'd be chopped to shit. SPY, SPX ceilings, not much else around it. QQQ positives up and yeah, Conroy, QQQ kind of like this sandwich of positive. And you have the SPY, SPX ceilings. What is the best expiry and strike to play with NVIDIA? I mean, that's up to you, user 39. I always play very cheap contracts, so I would just take 0DT and then Delta. I usually just look at 0.3 to 0.4. So that can be the quick way to find a contract. Obviously, 0DT is a little more volatile, so if you want to play Friday, it's going to cost more, but you get a bit more time on those. But I just play the cheap stuff. Yeah, Architect shorted MU, I believe. He took 850s or something crazy though for Friday, which I don't know. I'd have to go read what he said, but I don't understand how he's doing that. Yeah, I don't get the strike selection he has, but yeah, I don't trade the same way as Architect, so
look at DM's Nico.
Uh-oh. Bro, get demote this guy, man. What the fuck? If no break triple bottom long, you can't. I'm not gonna play triple bottom rocket, but you can. I would recommend skipping it or sizing way down.
Yo, it's the Goat Baron.
Alan, I think Lucid is good. It's been a while since I've tried them. I think I think they have a one-time eval fee. So like, especially if like you're just first trying it out and like you don't really care, you can go like as slow as you want on those Lucid accounts. Someone I chatted with, bro, Garma, someone for the first boot camp, he passed
Yeah.
his account. So he might be in here. I don't want to name him, but it took a while because it's a one-time fee.
I mean, the thing about Lucid is I
If
like that you don't
Baron-
have them. You don't have the monthly. Now I disagree with
Exactly.
Top Step, bro. I hate Top Step.
So if
Like,
Baron
there's-
approves Lucid, I'm calling it good. Baron trades futures big time.
Yeah, he's a big futures trader. Lucid, Tradify, and MyFunded are like my top threes, with Apex as well. Top like not top Step. I don't know. I just don't like them.
It's because they have the activation. I like Project X, bro. I got so pissed when Top Step like got the monopoly on Project X because it's the best copy trading one in my opinion. Like just native platform copy trading. Yeah, Alan, I'll try Lucid. Like on it, like I said before, like you can. They don't. You don't pay monthly, so like you can take it. Just do a few micros every play. Just take it really slow. Once you get more comfortable, then you can size up. Oh, TopStep has no activation accounts now? I thought they always had activation. Oh man, it's been forever since I looked at the TopStep website. I'll have to go check that out, Barry. Thanks. Yeah, but it looks like we're holding quadruple bottom right now, which is kind of blasphemous on QQQ. Yeah, the previous day high is crazy.
No, maybe I have to cop a Top Step account. Maybe I'll like it.
Garma, I don't think it matters too much what account you cop, bro. I think you'll do fine.
Yeah, I hit the limit.
I think you're good, man.
I need to eval. I need to evals to start full porting for social media content, right?
Yo,
where would you short Qs for that 721 target? I don't even know if 721 gets hit because the 722 could act as a strong floor on QQQ. So I mean, we'll see. I still anticipate that these lows get broken and we do get the rundown, but 727 on QQQ is not letting off any steam. So until that starts losing exposure, if we get a ceiling roll down on QQQ, like that would be perfect. But we'll see.
Whoever asked about light puts, those are for December.
Oh, Baron, you're right. Wait, Baron, I used it yesterday. That's where you see the Lucid trade from yesterday. The first trade I took was the Lucid one. That was off of the account you gave me.
All right, whoever asked about light, let me pull up the big Vex chart. Jesus, bro, how am I even supposed to look at this? I don't know if I'm paying attention to that 600 node. I'll be honest. It's there. We have an 1050 node to the upside, king node. I don't know. I'm not swinging something that far out. I'll be honest. And even if I do swing something further out, I'm not following flow that far out, in my opinion. So I'm just ignoring that light, whatever the light flow was that you mentioned. NVIDIA? Fuck. Wait, I changed my charts. 1 second, y'all. Where'd everything go? NVIDIA 217. What? Is that a typo, Cam? I think Lucid is one of the only instant ones, right? Most of them you have to wait till like market close. Correct me if I'm wrong, Baron/Garma.
Oh, say it again.
That one guy's asking that Tradify hasn't shown us past Like sometimes you have to wait till market close,
Yeah,
right?
most accounts have what's called the end of day drawdown type. So you have to wait for the end of the trading session, normally at like 6 to 7.
Hell no, bro.
This
This
morning,
guy just
7:30 flash. Well, see, the thing is, like that 7:30 did flash, but I also noticed 7:21. So like 7:21 was pretty major in the morning. So I think that'll be low a day for QQQ now. Like that's just off of like this like kind of internal strategy I've been trying out. But we'll see. Yesterday played out nicely, but
yo, what is when?
th- like those upsides aren't gonna get hit if with these SPX nodes too. So that's why I'm not paying much attention. Like I'm trying to like I need Qs to just break this low and flush now. NQ is coming back to his or NQ slash QQQ is now his previous day high again. Now we do see 722 is growing. It does look like the ceiling on QQQ is gonna roll down. So we'll see. SPY and SPX still have these stubborn notes to the upside though. Right now,
So
SPY
you
and
have this
SPX
double
also,
bottoming coming. If you're
yeah,
any kind of shorts, probably be trimming soon.
especially on this dark pool on QQQ, alongside with the previous day high. ES slash SPY and SPX are making a not a low a day, but they are breaking out of their IB low finally. Now let's see, like NQ could probably find some support here, but this map on just QQQ is kind of like deadly now. Like, look at all these
NQ
majors.
also at a fib level. Use the candle, the CPI candle, to the high after we're hitting a fib. This QEQ map is trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all over the place.
My
Yeah,
Google.
in shorts 2 minis from 904. Yeah, I'm in at 923 with 2 as well. I've anticipated for this low to get broken, so
These people got massive positions, bro. I got 931. It's one micro, bro.
we're also below VWAP, so let's see, right, Baron?
Dama, nice patience. Yeah, they made us. This one they made us wait a while. I might just cut this shit here, bro. All right, yeah, we had like the previous day high hitting some other stuff Garma was saying. QQQ, we're starting to push into these larger positive nodes, right? So
722 is probably going to be a major here, too. We'll probably see a reaction off of it because King Node is popping up now. But, like, look at this Pika cloud on QQQ, bro. Like, what is this? At this point, I might as well just call it, like, barbecue chicken, exit my trade, and just to get off. This is QQQ, man.
722 King node, yeah. Yeah, but we have the dark pool 723, like
I'm calling it Baron, bro.
that might flip to King node, but it's bro. Where's this guy going from? Yo, Garma, that image you sent me, is that a DM or where is that?
That's like 3 guards.
Okay, but it's not Oracle, right?
No, you're chilling.
Okay, I'll crash out, bro. I'll go run a roll change right now, bro.
Yeah, that's me dying every time because sometimes, like, I just love the name. Yeah, I mean, look at this QQQ map. You got a Pika cloud above you, and then you got the 722. They're just gonna pin us. Like I see pinning
Oh,
Chop coming soon.
this thing got worse too. 724 at least used to be an air gap. Now it's
It's
just part of
all
it.
these Q's nodes are growing. But I just see Chop.
Geometrical Panda, what is coming soon? I don't know what you mean there. Chop
Nah, bro, we got some nice moves. Look at the 5 minute candle, right?
Yo, Baron got me dying, bro. Chop coming soon.
No, but like this isn't Chop. We got like QQQ was moving within like a $2 range. Where you
I
guys,
would say it's chop, but it's very range bound.
yeah, it's just whipsaw.
Holy crap, the quadruple
I'm talking
bottom.
about Chop where the candles don't even move, and we call we call a 5 cent move like a god candle, and we start screaming tape bomb.
Bruh. Not that shit again. No. Wait, my futures layout got messed up. What?
So 725 is the only reject play, but it could. Well, QQQ is like stopping upside and downside. Like it's gonna be in this tight range because all these positives. Like this is like the first time that QQQ has so much positives compared to Spy.
Oh,
And then
also
these
for the futures people, they added micros now, so you can look at micro contracts.
how do you decide what levels you use? Is it the fib or the IB? So the IBs are just to mark out the 30-minute low and the 30-minute high, and then like I personally draw the fib from like the IB range, and then like that's how I like use fibs. I'm pretty sure Baron does something similar. I don't know if he does the highs and the lows, or if he does the initial balance range. Yeah, he uses the initial balance range. So after the initial balance range gets broken, that's when I start using that's when I like draw from swing high to swing low throughout the day. No, the IBs is what's called initial balance. It's basically orb. So I use the 30-minute. Baron says he uses the 1 hour with fib extensions. But at least for me, I like the 30-minute just because if I have to wait another 30 minutes for an hour, I'm probably gonna miss most of the move that could occur. But that's just
Seven
preference.
723 shrinks off more. Could maybe turn into an air pocket and let some more downside happen, but want to see that tail off more. Looks like they're rolling a ton of volume to 724 as well.
The 725 just we just rolled down. Yeah, yesterday I sat in a trade for 1 hour. I'm never doing that again.
1 hour.
Bro, the video I posted on Instagram sped up like 100x. That's how bad it was.
I think today mine was pretty close to 1 hour, bro.
1 hour is light, bro. I'm used to taking like 5 minute trades.
Yeah, mine was basically an hour. I have one guy, so one of the guys from like like one of the first users in this group. I think his average
Yeah,
hold time is like 2 hours. But
we
he
gotta do
does a
like a
lot of selling
23-hour
recently.
trade one day.
23, bro. 6 p.m. to 5 p.m., bro.
Yeah.
Dude, anyone who could do that has like the best mental on earth.
No, I'll do it. But
What
one day
you're
I'll go
gonna do
live.
it?
I'll go live.
You go like 23 hours, bro.
Yeah, I should have held my longs from overnight session last night. I took a long and then I was looking to short 703. And then we claimed the support and I was like, yeah, this is probably just gonna keep running. I didn't think we'd get to 30K though.
20. Holy crap. 5K on a micro? How many micros you got? Glitch calling out Kent Clark. Hey, yo.
And Clark
Wait,
Clap.
let me go
Oh,
read
wait,
this.
Kev.
Wait, sorry, yo. This is of high personal importance.
Yeah. What do you think of QQQ 25 on one day? Well, like hold it for a day? I don't know. Like these notes have been tested so much times that like I don't even want to play them anymore. Like ceiling is rolling down here, but like it's just going up from 725 to 727.
Bro, I'm about to go demote this guy. The fuck is he talking about?
There's another stock that's cleaner. Jules hopping on, I believe, in 15 minutes. He normally does single tickers.
Yeah, sorry. 1 second. Just reading through chat.
Yo, Jules, maybe a double break. You think we break? Yeah, I mean, we might just get with these QQQ rolling down. Like I wonder if we just get a test of these three king nodes and just go lower again. Like these Pika nodes on QQQ is just gonna have like slow price action. So like you're probably still holding your short Baron, but like you're probably just chilling. You just have your stop and profit and just let it run. Like that's how you have that. That's the thing with futures. Like if you have like a valid entry, like you can just hold that trade and then just use like the nodes as like your direction. Like if I took this trade on 2 accounts, I probably would take profit on 1 account and literally just leave my other account break even and see if the lows get broken. Like that's something I probably should do in most of my trades, but I feel like there's too much like micromanaging. I tend to
Go ahead, Carl.
I've tend to stop copy trading most of my accounts together just because I've been sizing more into my bigger accounts.
Young kids, 725, 727 or not. Like when you're just flipping keynotes like that, it's just they're basically just both keynotes at that point. So I just look at whichever one's closer is what I'm interested in. Because if they're flip flopping like that, that's just small changes of 10% back and forth, basically. So it's not you don't read too much into that unless it's a big shift in volume. But if they're just flip flopping, it's not a big deal. I don't know what else is going on. Google. I don't know who asked about Google. You kind of have a good level here, actually. On the chart. Heat map looks kind of buns, though. Maybe off like 340. Nah. I mean, Google probably short 345 was the only play today, but that was right at open. So at this point, I don't really like Google here. It's really compressed heat map. Not a huge risk reward anywhere. Roblox. Yo, Roblox 38 node just vanished. It is at a nice double bottom though. Roblox on this 35.5. So 35.5 double bottom. You can look at like maybe undershoot of this 36. Do we have Vex upwards though? All right, this 50 next week has to be fake. Oh, that's probably a node that showed up before earnings. So it's not fake, it's just it's gonna roll lower. So it'll probably roll down to like maybe 40. We have a bit of volume there, maybe even 38. So you can try Roblox double bottom, but yeah, don't get too crazy with that Vex node next week. That's just a leftover OPEX. All right. $725 is likely to stay king. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't think 727 is going to be king node. Like we were delivered off that node very early on, and we just pushed a ton of volume lower. And this SPX, SPY huge king nodes should likely prevent 727 from being king node at all again. No, Bruffin. So like that doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be chop. Like when you see QQQ like this, that's a lot more representative of chop. But usually where a big way to tell it's going to chop is when you just have a lot of opposing stuff. So like early morning when we had, I don't know, let's say like QQQ rug pull against the floors on SPY, SPX, that's sometimes a bigger hint of chop. But just because they have a big positive one doesn't mean like we have to chop, right? Sometimes you'll just use those as ceilings and then get a big push one way or the other. But I think going to what I said earlier, like a lot of times you get big overnight moves, you will see a choppier New York session. What is the point of the keynote? I mean, it's just showing you where they have the most exposure. But like I said before, these can be moving targets, right? So you don't take the keynote as a guaranteed place that price must go. So it's a lot safer to just wait for price to go hit some of these nodes and play the reversal off of them. It's a bit of a shift in mindset, right?
You don't want to go node chasing. Like just because there's a king node higher doesn't mean you just slam calls and target it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen QQQ like this. Why is it better? House money, it's not better. It's just what I prefer to do. So I used to do all the, like, I'll switch it right now. I used to do all these calculations myself in my head. And like, for me, it's not a big deal, but like a lot of people, especially when they're new, that's a lot trickier to do, you know, to just be like constantly calculating, oh, this node relative to the king node, what percent is it? So it's just easier to use percent king node, especially while streaming. So you don't have to, you just skip a step of mental math. But I mean, if you don't like that, you can always just look at absolute values on your own. It doesn't always have to be a reaction to a node. No, but that's the safest way to use these maps. Yes. What is the other criteria for entering trades? I mean, you want to be looking at one, what node are we going to reverse off? What is your chart thesis? You also want to look at what's the risk reward. So like if we do bounce up or down, are there gatekeepers? Is there like a big air pocket to run into? Like typically you'll want to take these plays that do have a lot of space to move through. And those will give you the healthiest, generally those will give you the healthiest moves. NVIDIA shorts off 225. Yeah, I think someone already played that, right? Is it offering a second entry? Not quite yet. I think like if we get back up there, yeah, you can try short it again on the double top. 20, 15, and 10 total volume is higher than the king node. Yeah, there's a lot of volume down there, Dama. But if you sum 7740 through 7750, like there's still more on the upside. But yeah, you're correct. Like there's more volume than what it appears down there. What credit spread, bro fan? Call side or put side? Like you want to do a call credit spread because you don't think we're going to clear above these SPX and SPY ceilings? So for Roblox, again, the Roblox $50 node is probably just a leftover because of earnings, right? So when we have these OPEX nodes, they take them well in advance. So that's probably some position they took way back here. After earnings, we dropped down to 35. 50 is not hitting. Like, I don't know. If it hits, DM me. But that's just a leftover node that I expect to roll lower, right? So then I'll expect that it's going to roll to 47.5, maybe even down here $40, maybe even 38. So always check the chart, look at the situation of what's been going on, and don't just look at the node and say, oh, $50 node, we're going to have a huge push. Put spread. So with the put credit spreads, you still want to play off of a bounce level. So I guess you could be saying 723 will bounce us. But SPX, SPY actually don't show like a strong floor at the moment, at least in my opinion. Well, I guess you could use 740. It's like a gatekeeper. The issue is like credit spreads is usually better to load like around 1030 or before, just because you get better premiums, especially with low VIX this late in the morning. We're gonna have pretty bad premiums on any kind of credit spread. All right, Cypher. Cypher to the upside. You're playing like this 18 level, maybe like undershoot. Specs. All right, so again, Cypher, same situation as Roblox. Like this $30 node. I'm not expecting that to happen. So if you're playing Cypher, maybe towards like 19-ish, that's fine. If you're playing the undershoot of this 18. But we just got delivered from 19. Oh, yeah, Cypher, I don't like this one as much. Is 7440 going to break? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it's growing in volume, but yeah, this is now the third test. So be getting riskier and riskier to count on that holding. Meta. Meta down to 575. This is a really weird map on Meta. So it looks like they're rolling in a lot of positive volume here. Killed off these higher ones. Guess if you're playing the rug pull, yeah, but there's potential as 580 can give some kind of bounce. And to me, I mean, Meta's down 15 bucks. I probably wouldn't be looking to chase further down. All right, what do we have? So Apple, coin leaps. Apple is really sparse on volume. Yeah, off 300 looks good on the chart. Heat map has like no volume, but yeah, if you look into like maybe 305 for Friday, 300 bounce, double bottom, Apple doesn't look bad. Coin leaps. Coin is in a really weird spot. Like we've tested this level a lot, this 140. This thing's been tested 3 times. Shoot, why did it draw it there? So we're holding it if you're looking for upside, but yeah, maybe bounce off 145 if that didn't already happen this week.
No, G-Stat. I got out of that once we got to the previous day high on Qs. Like Qs is just holding here, and like I'm not gonna hold through this chop. The Q maps is like seeming to settle down, but like we have 3 ceilings that are gonna gatekeep these upsides. I do think if like we get a retest of these ceilings, that we could see a nice move back down. But we're rolling into lunch session. I don't really like the PA in lunch session.
Yeah, Yoav, it wasn't not so pretty today. Like there's maybe you say either one of these drop. One of them was news though, so I'll exclude that one. But maybe the other reversal off like the SPY SPX confluence, but that was about it. Like this is a lot of range for today. So pretty tricky. After deflection off a node, do you expect to see a significant decrease in exposure? I guess yes and no, rough hand. Like, it's not that I expect it to happen, but many times it will. Sometimes it won't. So like, I guess there's not really an answer there. But if you're expecting a lot of times if it's a larger move, yes, you will see a decrease, and you'll see that volume roll in the direction of whatever move it is. If you see that it just stays pretty stable, that can sometimes be a clue of like, oh, okay, like maybe we won't actually reverse too far away from that node. Lily. Oh shoot, yeah, Eli Lilly got it. Super funky map. Looks like I went hit this dark pool and just rocketed. Can maybe keep pushing through all this negative volume. 1250. Yeah, if Eli Lilly retest, that could be a nice one. What time is lunch? I mean, typically it's 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern. Some people will expand it out to like 11:30, and some people leave it a bit later. Like some people don't log on till 2 p.m. when the new 4-hour candle gets created. So like myself, I probably don't trade 11:30 to 2 p.m. most days.
Same.
So
Like-
I guess that's my lunch, but technical lunch is just 12 to 1. If you're talking like when do Wall Street people go get food?
Did you see my video, Nico?
No, what video? The YouTube one or the Instagram?
Yeah, the Instagram.
No, I haven't. I'll go watch it later.
I need to see your reaction. I'm being summoned to join Jules' stage.
Yeah, you good, bro?
I'll catch you.
All right, see you, Garbo. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right, Hood. Hood 93 looks pretty good. This level's been tested like 4 or 5 times though. But yeah, a bit of a reverse rug pull. So like, if you still like the thesis, like this node has been growing a little bit, I would still size it a bit smaller because it's been tested so many times, or just skip. But yeah, I like the thesis you have here. Maybe you get a push towards like 94.5, 95, and then just trim out. I guess if you're asking, you may not be in this. So if we retest 93, like we would have been tested it so many times already. So we just wait for a potential 95, 96. Honestly, both sides of hood have been tested a ton. Like this range, we've been really ranging between this 95.5 and 93. So that's really interesting. But yeah, with that many taps on each side is obviously risky. Riskier and riskier each time. What if you told me that Roblox node appeared today? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not a previous node. It's still, I mean, take a lotto if you want, but to me, that's still a node that requires a $15 move on a $35 taker. Like, it's still a huge risk to play, especially if the earnings catalyst has already passed. Like, I mean, it's up to you about R, but like, I wouldn't be doing anything crazy sizing on that. Like, we have a double bottom, so you can play small size and just see what happens, but I wouldn't take a 50 strike. See if you can get like a 40 or 45, something cheaper. That even if half the move happens, you'll be fine. So put credit spread is green now, but you want to let time decay work. So even if the keynote deflection is, you don't want to work. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro, fans. Like, I mean, yeah, we don't know how big these deflections are always going to be, but we've tested these lower levels a lot of times. So if we do deflect, there's a like the likelihood that we may flush through gets higher and higher, right? So I mean, I don't hope that happens for your sake, but I'm just saying, even when you do put credit spreads, you want to be entering on a reversal point, right? Obviously, they're a lot more lenient because you do get time decay on your side, but that doesn't mean you forego the reversal rules. Geometrical Panda, did I not answer the lunch session thing? I don't eat lunch from 11:30 to 2 p.m. I'm just saying when I don't trade. I eat lunch in like 20, 30 minutes because I'm like usually on calls and stuff. I don't know if I got that question. See you off. Have a good one. Alan, trade micros for now. You're gonna make some mistakes, so I don't want you to blow the account for no reason. Just do micros. Then once you figure out how everything works, like how to set up the orders and all that, then you can figure out your sizing. All right, 536. What is that? 1136. Wait, let me do some math right here. Got a meeting soon. Okay. Yeah, I can stay on like 20 more minutes. It is unintuitive. Yeah, Alan. So actually, you can paper trade it on TradingView if you want. Because the thing is, like, you're gonna make some mistake with an order or something like that. Text me. I'll try to help you avoid some of them. But so just assuming you're gonna make a few mistakes, you might as well use micros instead of minis so you don't like blow the whole account. Meta just getting cooked. Well, I can't type. Yeah, Meta getting just fried. So yeah, Meta chart wise, watch out for his 580. That's about it. But then we do have a huge rug pull here actually. Issue with playing this rug pull is like Meta's already dropped $20. So I don't want to chase onto that move, right? Alan, it also depends what size account you bought. Can you send me some of those details? I'll DM you later. Just like what I do for now until you until you get more comfortable with it. Yeah, 50K. Yeah, just do like one or two micros for now, and then in the future, once you get a bit more used to it, then you can go ahead. All right. All right, any questions? I guess I can just go over any questions next 20 minutes. Yeah, they've been holding these levels. And with 723 growing, 722, like QQQ is giving a bit of trouble. So, I mean, they're slow dragging it down, but it's, yeah. $720. Wait, what? Oh, 772. Yeah, that's a good one, Damo. So then maybe they're rolling a lot of volume, 773 down to 772. So see if that can help accelerate a bit further move down. Which videos will help with rug pulls and king nodes? So yeah, the academy, you can always like go back through the academy. And then I have a video on my page that's like rug pull specific. So that one also can, well, should be able to help. Rug pull can happen. No, so I prefer to play rug pulls from the negative sides. So technically, yes, they can play out from the top side as well, but in that case, you're counting on that positive note breaking, right? And you're playing more of a continuation kind of style. So if you're already in a trade and you're going towards a rug pull from above, you can hold some runners into it, but just be aware that the positive note can reject. So sometimes the top side, like the top note of a rug pull, can reverse price. So I prefer to play them from the downside, like when they approach from the negative node. But if you're going to do it from the upside, just trim into it, and you can always leave a runner in case it does sort of bust through the positive one. Like Marvel tapping 220. Wait, what? Marvel tapping 220 for a reversal to 230? Am I understanding this wrong? I mean, the 220 tap. Oh, I guess technically, yes, this is a rug pull, but we have very little volume below and a lot of volume upside. So, like, I don't like to play rug pulls or even just any nodes, right? Like, I don't like calls are a much better argument when we're at the bottom of the range, right? So, rug pull is a more bearish play, but since it's at the bottom of the range, I'm less inclined to take it, if that makes sense, Willed. Wait, sound cut out? Can you all hear me? Yeah, Conway, I was saying that this 723 it's not helping the bearish case. Oh shoot, my audio cut out. Can y'all hear me? Might be cooked. Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, 7740, 723. Using Starlink in the Mojave. Damn, Conroy. Sounds like you're having a nice time. But yeah, 723. We still have this dark pool. We still have quite a few things that can still prop us up. Another thing is switch over to futures. So NQ has swept the lows of the day. ES has not, right? So we actually have a divergence going on where basically the double bottom and NQ can hold us up even if ES has not double bottom. So again, this is something that's a lot of futures traders use this. They call it SMT, but it's basically just index divergence, right? Look at hood. Yeah, we can look at hood. If I could type. All right. Oh. Yeah, so hood. All right, let me see. So this 93 looks good with the dark pool and obviously this very big like this big positive node. It's just been tested quite a few times, so you can play that. Or what you can do is if you want to wait for next week, you can try to play off this level lower here and then play off like this Vex range where you have 90 all the way to 110. Again, I'm not saying 110 hits, but this is sort of like your range. So if you're looking at bottom range there, 90, you try to play that bounce. So it depends if you want to take a stab at it this week or just wait for next week and see if we go retrace down to 90. But that'd be hard. Look at hood. Yeah, no problem, Rocky. Yeah, so SPY SPX reacting a little bit nicer here. QQQ is it's a bit slow to move right now. Honestly, everything's slow to move right now. I changed my y-axis to only show, to not show the 0.5s. I think you guys will finally get a sense of like how we've actually been very compressed. Yeah, no problem, Donald. Yeah, either way, I'm hopping off in like 10 minutes. Have a good one. 7740 breaks, we flush. Yeah, probably. Unless 722 holds. But yeah, first we need 7740 and 723 to break. For now, they've been very stubborn. Uh, yeah, not too much else to do here today. Not even sure what else to look at. So you can check out the Nvidia trade went. Yeah, down $2. I took the Nvidia trade. That one's quite nice. A lot of the Max 7s actually had nice downside moves. Index is nothing major, but like a lot of the Max 7s dying off pretty hard actually. Microsoft trying to hold this 492. I think someone scalped this. Pretty sure someone was talking about this right earlier for the Microsoft bounce. So hopefully they trimmed. Like this is a nice $3 move. Looks like we're getting pretty good bounce here actually. Let's see if we hold that. All right. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll hop off soon, honestly, at some point. I think things are slowing down. It's not much more I can do here. All right. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll hop off here. Yeah, sorry. I mean, today a bit of a funky day, but again, sometimes looking at what overnight does can prepare us for us a little bit, at least to temper our expectations, right? Because I know a lot of people are waiting for CPI to like open up the market, let's say, but you're on 300 points overnight on NQ, or it was more than that, I believe, then that can leave New York session a bit more compressed, right? Like market's not just going to move big all 3 sessions. So when you look at Asia, London, and then New York, you already see 1 or 2 of them have moved big, then that means the other one is likely not going to. And on the inverse, if we would have seen Asia, London just chop all day, then we probably can't expect New York to move nicely. So, you always can get a little bit of context based from the overnight futures. Even if you don't trade futures, it can still help you help guide you of what to expect during New York. Yeah, so today, yeah, I mean, not the best day, but there's maybe 1 or 2 chances to short off these like SPX, SPY confluences. Other than that, not too much going on. I guess, yeah, some people caught NVIDIA and maybe Microsoft. Those were the 2 best ones on the individual side. The NVIDIA one was quite nice for whoever played that. Yep, thanks, Ponte. If you're from there, hopefully everyone is okay as well. My family, yeah, luckily no issues for my family. Yeah, thanks everyone for the questions. I won't be on the rest of the week. My cousin gets married, so I'm visiting her. But next week I should have more normal hours for everybody. Yeah, thanks everyone. Okay, yeah, and again, just message me if anything is needed, and then for any of you who are still around, hop over to Jewel and Garma, and maybe a couple others are on string on the other stages, so just join theirs. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll hop off here. Good luck rest of the week.